Hey, how's it going? It's Keith Townsend from the CTOadvisor.com. Today's CTO dose, lift and shift to the cloud. I've talked about this topic a bit because it's a question that continues to come up in the enterprise. I'm not a fan of the concept, not because from a technical perspective that it's a tough thing to do. VM is a VM, whether that VM runs in your data center or that VM runs in the cloud. x86 is common enough that the actual application workload will run in an x86 workload in the cloud. However, that doesn't mean that the processes you've developed on-prem to manage those x86 workloads will translate into the public cloud. I think the number one area that I'd like to pick upon in this is security. We have what seems like a blanket of firewalls, network ACLs, intrusion protection systems, and the like to protect us in the traditional data center. Therefore, security teams and administrative teams can get a little bit lax when it comes to security on file shares, application, access control, etc., depending that, you know what? If it's inside the data center, it probably should be trusted. Or if it's inside the corporate four walls, it could be trusted. Kind of like a cul-de-sac in a subdivision. You leave your doors open because everybody in the subdivision you trust. You don't really count on someone coming from out of your neighborhood to intrude your home. This is the case in the cloud. We transfer that same mentality to the cloud. So you see S3 buckets and AWS wide open because that's how we treated security in the enterprise. Data center, network shares were left wide open because we counted on firewalls, networking, ACLs, physical access to the data to protect us. We don't have those protections in the cloud. This is just one area that processes that we depend on in the data center don't translate in the public cloud, and it takes, I think, a determined attitude to adjust for those things. Now, as a temporary solution to lift and shift, go from one application hosting provider to another, i.e. your private data center to the public cloud, and to transform that application, basically use it as a transport method, I'm a 100% believer in that. However, I'm not a 100% believer in enterprise discipline to make that transition from the data center to the public cloud. That's it for this CTO Daily Dose. If you don't agree with me, follow me on Twitter, engage in the conversation, or on LinkedIn. I'd love to hear feedback. I'll post this on the website, thectoadvisor.com. Look under CTO Daily Dose to leave your comment. Talk to you next CTO Dose.